Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. Slightly delayed, but we are here. Welcome back to Practical Heroes with our second flagship campaign, the Sands of Syldaris. Sorry for how harsh that S was just then. If it was as bad for you as it was in my earbuds, my pop filter broke, and I need to get a new one. Which is why the mic is also a little further away from me than normal. But yes, Sands of Syldaris, Eroth, Homebrew World. You know the deal. Last time, some stuff happened. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Steph.
You know the deal.
Some stuff happened last time. You guys were having a ball at the ball. After having defeated the evil Dean Westmaris, who of course was the magician. You went back to the ball to enjoy the festivities, whilst Linga went to the staff room to have a bit of silent time to herself, just to reflect on what had happened and do a bit of reading. You all, Linga, of course, through proxy, went to one of the many stalls that had been set up, and each pulled a card from the deck of many things. You gained treasure, you gained weapons, you gained a few very, very bad things, and you gained a new buddy.
Potentially.
Oh yeah.
Who is
A
Warden's new best friend.
A weird little hex blood. Oh my god. Oh, I forgot.
Denny! We love
He is
Denny.
indeed called Denny. What the fuck is up, Denny's?
He gonna
That's-
make us foods.
The Denny's Grand Slam is easily one of my favourite culturally significant events of all time. Google it. But yes, you pulled from the deck of many things. You enjoyed the festivities, and as the Eclipse Ball drew to a close, you were honoured by the deans of the school for your efforts in dealing with the magician and stopping a coup, because, you know, it's not a school full of pigeons. No cooing here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm like this today, but we're rolling with it. You stepped outside to start making your way back to your accommodations for the evening when an army invaded the floating citadel, coming in through various portals, dressed in very intimidating armor, covered in spikes and horns and blackened metal, and carrying flaming weapons. The army advanced on the floating citadel, clearly trained to deal with wizards, but of course the floating citadel is also quite prepared for dealing with outside invasion. However, at the same time, a very large dragon flew in overhead and started laying waste to the citadel, which Linga received a warning from Syldaris himself once more in her book, in a double-page spread, simply saying Sumilithrom, that he had warned Linga about previously, and had warned might be working with the sun god.
Motherfucker.
You guys did an excellent job of escorting a large group of students through the citadel, including visitors as well. You escorted very safely through the citadel, with the group growing larger and larger as you did, and you made your way to one of the nearby towers, the Spiritus Tower, in order for Linga to activate the teleportation circle and send them literally anywhere but the floating citadel. As you did so, there was another battle cry, more portals, and griffin riders began to swarm the citadel as the forces of the Zeroth dynasty of Thiselwood came to your aid by the order of the Emperor of Thiselwood. And they helped repel the army and cause a bit more trouble for the dragon, who had just finished swatting Chester out of the sky after running an excellent distraction.
Almost
Granting
exactly
you-
half my hit points gone from one hit.
It was perfectly enough time for you guys to get everyone inside the tower, but yes, Chester got absolutely dunked on by that tail, which was, fortunately for you, the only weapon the dragon had within reach of Chester,
Yeah.
which was very well planned. But that was where we'd left off, with the army being repelled by the forces of the Zeroth dynasty. The dragon issued a proclamation and began to fly away. And you guys were looking out from the Spiritus Tower, wondering what you wanted to do next, whether it was jump into the mix or let the army continue repelling the invaders. So,
But we probably should have talked about that. I guess now is the time to talk about that.
Yeah.
as you can see, this army from Thiselwood swarming the citadel and absolutely demolishing these invaders. you can see a lot of them are turning and starting to flee through portals that are opening up. There is a resounding retreat beginning. And you watch as this large dragon, as Linger quite accurately pointed out earlier, where the dragon could possibly have been hiding this entire time. You watch as the dragon is starting to fly away. The sky around it almost seems to just tear open. You can see stars through this tear, and the dragon just seems to fold in on itself as it seals shut.
It can do the thing.
What
Ew.
the fuck?
I mean, it's gone. Silver lining.
Oh, we need to find the world tree, like, stat.
What world tree?
The one with the hangman, you know.
Oh,
Dad.
Mura makes a face.
The one that's been hinted at for 2 campaigns.
I know. I know. Steph knows, Mira.
Look. That mofo just did the most, like, my heretical stuff. Nothing compared to that. Whoa.
Sounds
Wait,
like an issue.
You saying that guy's more of a heretic than you or me?
Surprisingly. But no, I'm pretty sure that they just broke through the planar barrier. We should... Are we helping these people so that we can do our research? Are we just leaving? What's the deal here? She starts turning pages in her book, like, ready. Am I killing? Are we leaving?
We can help.
We
go ahead.
can. I'm, I am very, very good, but I'm also willing to
Oh
help.
my god,
yeah.
Chester. Oh my god, I forgot. Are you okay, friend?
One of his arms is just hanging by its side.
I think we have some healing potions. Hang
Oh,
on.
yeah.
I got my Vuvuzela here. I'll pop one of those off, and then I can use it to cast. So I get one free one. I'll just cast that first. So 9, and then I'll do another one after. Go ahead. What should we do? Yes, as I heal myself up a bit.
All right. Well,
I'm trying to see if I have any healing potions. I don't think I do.
I
That's
thought we
okay.
got some.
I'm gonna
Recently.
do one at level 2 as well.
Maybe they're in Are they in like our general?
My potion belts and the open your potion belt.
You might have got some recently. I think Linger might have made some. Let's check her bag of holding.
I have 2 in my.
I have a potion of superior healing. You need that.
Linger's
Yeah,
Magic
you had some.
Alchemy Store. Potion of greater healing times 3.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would you like one of these?
Oh, save the potions. These my cure wound spells. I've got those. I got a lot of
Okay.
spell
Magic.
slots too, so
Well,
She
Let's
holds
help-
the filter of love in her hand for a second, just puts it back in the bag. She's like, no, I can't give that to Chester. That'd be.
Denny comes
Not-
staggering around the corner holding a wound. My lady, I have successfully repelled them.
you hurt? Do you need some
I am
healing?
fine. My wounds
Okay.
will heal.
Good.
There
You
is nothing
reported it.
that can stop a warrior as powerful as I.
Are you sure?
You what?
I said, are you sure? Like,
Looks at Wooden. I am certain, my lady.
Mira looks at Denny and then looks at Warden and is like, okay.
He's like 3 foot shorter than Warden.
She is not picking up what they're putting down. Like, well, okay, should we help these people then, or should we just go? Do we have, wait, we can't go. Music scared me.
Good. It's supposed to. There is a war going on.
Why don't we like just take out like how many are there of us? 1, 2, 3. Why don't we just take out like 5 of them, and then we could say, yeah, we did our part.
We help.
Our minimum part.
Okay, I think that makes sense to
Very
me.
well.
Fair enough.
Do we see
Mira
a group of
puts-
5 of them?
Mira puts her hands in the middle of a circle and is like, come on, hands in, everybody.
Oh, Bundy. Oh,
Yeah.
that's something else.
Yeah, you could very easily find a group of 5 of them if you wanted to. You start kind of scanning out from the Spiritist Tower, and you can see now as well, now that the dragon threat is temporarily gone at least, the Deans have joined the fight, and there is a lot going on. You see elementals just swarming around and absolutely going to town on these invaders. You can see your 2 favorite Deans side by side,
Yeah, holding
Dean
hands.
Vex and Dean Star Whisper. They are surrounded by about 20, 25 of these armored individuals. And you see as they just kind of look at each other, vines start sprouting up from the ground and grappling all of them. You see motes of starlight just start pouring down from the sky and setting them on fire. They look fine.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
worried.
I'd be worried though for a second.
Oh, I was really worried about them because I want to get the I want them to get married. What if they're already married?
Ooh, but like in secret. I think. Wow. How romantic.
Jesus. Well, is there anyone that let's look around and see if anyone needs help?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You can absolutely do that as well. Just bear with me. I need to vanish the dragon. There we go. He gone.
He gone.
And monsters.
Yeah. I think just kind of off screen a little bit, Little Linger is flying around and it's just dropping acid splash on baddies. Just, but it looks like confetti until it hits.
Oh, you know what? And Chester gonna cast a bark skin on himself because he was hit very hard. I know he's a little scared.
Okay.
Valid,
The
my
feral
friend, valid.
buttons up.
So he's excited to be here.
That's what I'm looking for. They'll do. Yeah, you can very easily head outside and find people in danger, surrounded by invaders. It is just some of the newer looking students and some kind of visiting individuals. You can see they've kind of been backed up in a corner in one of the alleyways. The Spiritist Tower does give you a very good vantage point. Very well chosen by Linger last session, given that it's entirely see-through from the inside. So you can easily scan the battlefield. You head outside, you can see they are... yeah, there's a group of people in trouble. If you want to roll initiative for me.
Yeah, buddy. Excuse me.
18.
Oh, 18.
Come on, dice.
Oh yeah,
So
Denny needs to
25.
roll initiative.
14.
13.
Cool. Bless you.
Sorry.
That's you.
Thanks.
Denny just, don't worry, and rolls a 7.
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
I love him.
Linger is gonna do everything to keep this little dude alive.
She doesn't even eat. She doesn't even know that he cooks yet. She likes
knows
the
nothing.
dynamic. He's like a new pet, you know? Like we just got a new puppy and she kind of likes it.
Mira's like, we have a puppy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Now we have another.
You have another one to keep him company.
Yeah.
He's got a friend.
Yeah,
Denny
now they can play together.
Denny won't fit in my bag of holding. Well, Denny, get in the bag of holding.
Speaking of cramming Denny into a bag and leaving him to die, Warden, it's your turn.
So
I gotta say,
sorry.
I can get used to that transition.
God, that was fucking hilarious.
I have
All
my
right.
moments.
Nice.
I'm so sorry I screeched everybody. Ugh.
Okay, so Neos Group, how far away were they again?
60 feet.
Alright. I
It's
think
usually the distance where people notice people sprinting up on them. It's a good engagement distance.
action surge. I did. Alright, in that case, I'm just going to use my turn. And just sprint up into combat range to them.
Okay.
Just like a steam engine. Pull into the station.
Cool.
Pain train coming in.
Pain train.
Wooden
And this
powers
train's always
him.
on time.
Tom Cruise running.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's funny.
He's got a really weird run, but he's very fast.
It's all
First
that
you barber.
Scientology. Oh. Not Warden. Warden's not a Scientologist.
That we know of.
That we know.
Okay,
Build in.
cool. So you sprint up to them. Chester.
Chester going to follow behind, of course. He will go 30 feet. And that the one that Warden is running towards, he's going to throw 2 illusory darts. One of them is going to be the word hey, and the other one's going to be the hyphenated word shithead.
Mm.
20 for 1.
Hits.
And 13 for 1.
Also hits.
Oh, okay. That's a pleasant surprise. For a big 4 plus big 6 damage. Woo!
6 points of damage. Cool. Yeah, so you fire the illusory darts. You see this first guy is just absolutely rocked back by 6 damage. As the words thunder into him, you see like shithead now just burnt into the armor.
Shit. That's so funny to me for
Just
some
doing anything
reason.
else?
Nope, that's it.
Cool. In that case, he's gonna. Who are you calling shithead? And he takes his bow out, his heavy crossbow, and racks up a shot towards Chester, who just hit him.
Makes sense.
He makes 2 attacks. First one is a 14,
And thank
Sorry.
you, Barkskin.
a 12,
All right.
and the second one is a 21.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can't shield it. That'll hit.
You watch as it's basically like this like double-barreled heavy crossbow, and he fires one flaming bolt towards you which just misses completely, and the second one just thunders straight into you for a massive 6 piercing damage and 1 fire damage. As Chester now has a crossbow bolt in his shoulder.
No.
And then I'll do a con save for bark skin and fail that. So use an inspiration. Or no, I'll use one of my lucky take that inspiration back. My what is it called?
Oh, the ring.
No, I annotated
The
the
lucky
ring.
Oh, your gift of
thingy.
luck. Yes.
Yeah, gift of luck. I'll use one of those.
That will end
Okay,
the thug's
that
turn.
passes.
Cool. Mira.
Hi.
Oh, I had already used them all. I'm going to use an inspiration.
Okay, cool. No worries.
It's Mira's turn. Are the guys
It
like
is.
bunched? Are the guys like bunched up? Oh wow!
I
I've
love
used
it
like
when she
all my.
shouts, it's Mira time.
It's
And
Mira.
then Mira's all over everyone. Yeah, they're kind of bunched up together right now. It's that sort of thing where like they're in that little semicircle, just kind of crowding a group of people into a corner to get ready to start killing them. And Chester
Yeah.
has
Maybe that.
split that a little bit by firing the illusory darts and causing one of them to turn around and start firing at him instead.
Wow, I can't believe I took something called electrocute. That does sound like me though. Yeah, shocking absolutely no one because of who I am as a person.
Eldritch Blast.
No, I'm gonna cast Shatter at 3rd level. Right on these dudes. And now that here we go. Okay, cast 3rd level. Con save of 19, and also because I'm special, I get my thing now that I keep being like, I have this thing, and I didn't have this thing, but I have
You
it now.
Also, thank you, Max, for those subs.
Thank for the
thanks,
sub,
Mhm.
Max. Subs. What is happening? Okay.
Love that guy.
Love that guy. That guy is great.
He is.
A Heart of the Storm. At 6th level, you gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage. In addition, when you start casting a spell that deals lightning or thunder damage. Wait.
What?
This eruption causes creatures of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of you. Oh, well, if they're not at 10 feet of me, I don't want anybody in. This is not what I thought this
Just
was.
immediately electrocute all of your friends.
Yeah.
It is a 7 for the first guy.
Oh.
A 10 for the second guy.
Rip.
A 22 for the third guy.
Oh, well, good for him.
And
Asshole.
that 1 for the fourth guy.
Oh, wow.
And a 11 for the fifth.
Okay, well, get wrecked, everyone except for that one guy. 18 thunder damage. And nobody within 10 feet of me takes lightning or thunder damage.
18 thunder damage. Fuck me up.
Half for the other dude.
Yes. So the one Chester had damaged is now struggling to lift his heavy crossbow.
Good. Get wrecked, idiot.
He is holding on to life barely, which, same.
You're so lucky that I don't have any sorcery points left.
I don't know what those are!
Yeah, me. I'm not gonna
You
convert
passed, so that's
this.
9. And you failed, so that's 18. My god, most of them are bloodied. They're looking hurt.
That is Mura's turn.
Cool. Linger.
So cool.
Hey! Oh, I have to check something. I'm sorry. I should have
That's
had
okay.
this.
No, it's okay. I wasn't
So-
ready either.
Well, no, like I was, but then I was like, oh shit, I need to make sure that I have a spell that I could make it do this. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
There's a grouping of people.
Yes.
and buying for time. What are their hopes and dreams today?
That will be crushed.
Yeah.
You know, just take the floating citadel in honor of the sun god. Maybe
All right.
maybe just a bit of general mayhem.
One of them wants to go home to their family, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's probably not okay. Okay. Oh, I don't have any spells in this level besides the one in that. Okay, cool. I can't change the damage type, but if you don't mind, I would like to use 6 charges from my cool new staff.
I actually do mind because
whilst
I gave it to you, it's mean to actually use it on me.
To cast Circle of Death.
Okay.
Jesus.
If I could just do that real quick, that'd be cool.
If you don't mind, I'd love to cast murder everyone within this particular radius.
Is Circle of Death creatures of your choice or creatures?
Well, that does matter. Okay, well, I mean, if I have allies in the way, then obviously I would.
In fairness, you could probably just skip, like, angle it so that it doesn't hit the civilians. I'll say they were probably like 10, 20 feet away from the civilians, because that makes sense. They weren't in the middle of actually fighting them. They were just, like, herding them. So
yeah, like, so if I can just, however I need to do it to not just...
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if we accidentally bumble a little on the edge, you know, oh no.
How much would half damage be? If any of them were to save?
If any of them were to save, it would be half of 8d6 damage.
Cool.
But it's a con of 21, so you'll need to do that.
They'll need to roll 19s.
All right, well, it could happen. So let's go for it.
I mean, even if they take half damage, they're dead.
But it's fun for me.
2 plus 2.
No.
17 plus 2.
Not quite.
Oh, so not 20. 22.
All right.
13 total.
Mm-mm.
And 10 total.
No.
What a waste of a nut 20, huh? I guess I'm being punished by this die that I haven't used in like a year.
Oh my god, look at how many 6s that is.
Oh my god. So, Linga, what happens to these poor people?
So there's like she takes this new staff that she's still kind of like dialing into, you know, and she's like, and reads off like a little incantation that activates it or something. Hell, I don't know. And then just gently taps it on the ground. And then from that, there's like a ripple in reality that goes across the ground. And then a light in the center of this grouping of people starts. And then a big magic circle like opens up and shines a really cool, let's go with a seafoam green light.
That's nice.
And then they just, inside it, there's a moment of like, oh, this isn't so bad. And then they all just shrivel up and and turn to dust. And then they just end up as little like ash piles. Oh, they didn't even feel it. It was so fast.
There's that moment as the light starts, so one of them goes, "Brothers, look! We're being taken! We must retreat! Head towards the light!" And they all start running in towards the light, waiting for this portal to open, and instead there is only death.
They are taken to the next life.
Well deserved, honestly.
And then she just looks at the staff. She goes, "I like that." And then somebody else's turn.
One of the
Mura looks. Go,
one of the
please.
students like is there clutching like his little sister's hand, and she just looks up at Linga, looks back at him, and goes, "That was awesome!"
Yeah, it was.
And he's just there like, whoa.
There's gonna be linger dolls for sale in the next year.
I'd buy one.
Yeah, the
I'd buy one
ABBACADABRA
too.
Little Mark,
collection.
little plushie.
Yeah.
So the guy who saved takes half of 38.
Yeah, how's he
is
looking?
16.
Terrified if he's alive.
Dead.
Barely.
Literally dead?
Barely alive.
We can fix
Oh,
that.
wow.
You
Good
good,
for you,
buddy?
good for him.
We can fix cells of war.
Let me just kill off all the others who had 14 hit points left.
Shit. Wow. No killing like overkilling, right? Oh man. Christ almighty.
No killing like overkilling, says Steph, who once melted a drow that you wanted to interrogate.
No, it was an accident. I didn't mean to.
I will
melt
never
them.
stop reminding you of that.
It was an accident.
He was just chilling on the ceiling and you killed him. A little linger and rip doing anything? Also, very important question, is Rip in his remote controlled bomber plane?
Yes, he definitely is. We got that out. He's got his little bomber jacket on.
Because that would be so perfect for what is happening right now.
Yeah, and I
Being
think
able to fly around and scout.
yeah, and I think Little Linger is like on the little like biplane wings, like doing little cartwheels and stuff. Very performative. She's got a very long scarf that flutters prettily in the wind. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Really important stuff.
Directing people to their death.
Yeah. Safety is this way. She does all of the
Death is this way.
like an airline
The exits are
steward person.
Here and
Yeah.
here. Just find Linger. Find the tiefling and you'll be safe.
Well, it's just an exit, not to safety necessarily, but it's an exit.
Safe to die.
Yeah.
Christ.
Cool. In that case,
Mhm.
if that's the end of Linger, Little Linger, and Rip's turn, it's the
Yep.
most important turn of all. It is, of course, Denny.
Denny?
He fries some eggs for us.
Yeah, I think Denny, since I'm supposed to allegedly control Denny, I think Denny is gonna go hit the dude that has the hit points left.
Oh wow, he has the 8 points left. So cool, Danny. Good job, Danny. I'm so proud of you, Danny.
You watch as he he looks over at Mura stood next to Warden. Or not next to Warden, because Warden charged in at them. So he looks over at Mura, flashes her a grin, and goes, "Watch this!" Flips a
Okay.
hand axe up from his belt, catches it, and just throws it towards the last guy. With a 24.
I was gonna say, tell me it's a nat one and hits Warden instead,
I
because that
was
would be.
expecting this to be a dramatic fail after I said, "Watch this."
Instead, it was a triumphant success.
With a resounding 8 points of damage.
That's pretty good.
Just.
Action surge, my guy.
Oh yeah, he's got action surge. Could have passed his turn and left it for Warden to take off the final hit point, but instead,
Jerk. Sorry, what subclass did you go with? I was just curious.
We don't
You
know.
What subclass did you go with for him?
you don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Mystery.
He's going to action surge. And he's going to throw another hand axe. Why not?
Nat one.
He has two of them. The first one is just in this guy's chest. It's like split through the armor, and he's like, "Oh! Oh!" Trying to get the hand axe out. With a 17, he'll hit with the second one.
Jesus Christ.
I must find the 20, or I cannot put the die back down. There we go. Another d6 plus 4. 9 more points of slashing damage as another hand axe.
Dude's dead, right?
Yes.
Oh. Mura claps. She's like, good job.
He takes a knee in front of Mura. I did it for you,
No.
my lady.
Barf. Barf.
Warden hates this, dude.
I assume this is another of your squires. Could you fetch me my hand axes, please? He says to Warden.
Oh my god. He's
No,
gonna die.
we're-
Surely
Warden-
someone such as yourself has multiple squires.
No, I don't have any squires. Well, I guess I have one. It's you. No, Warden is my friend. He's like a colleague. In fact, we're equals. So you
I
should
see.
be nice.
My apologies. Your comrade in
Right.
arms.
My
I shall
comrade
fetch them
in arms.
myself.
Yes, truly.
And he stands up, stomps over, and just hacks the
Don't
hand
waste
axes
your-
out.
Don't waste your action tripping him. Don't waste your action tripping him.
Waste your action tripping him. That would be funny.
And he takes a knee in front of Warden. My most sincere apologies for this most devastating of misunderstandings.
Only devastating for one of us. Turns away.
Wow, I know who Warden's enemy is now. Truly, it's Eddie. Jesus.
Cool. So that's initiative done, I guess. You guys fucked them all up. Fuck them.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. When I throw large groups of people at you, they tend to be quite squishy.
Yeah, we just get to feel powerful, and we appreciate that.
It's nice sometimes.
Yeah.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, are we running now?
Think I've had my fun. If you're ready to go.
Yeah.
I
You
am.
watch
I mean,
as
I
you
need
are-
to talk to the
continue.
deans. So, like, we're going to go somewhere and be safe, right? So then we can talk to
Yeah.
the deans later.
And I
Nah.
can always talk to them from afar for you.
Oh, yeah. Because she's supposed to, like, touch my brain and stuff. Remember? Yeah. I want to have my brain touched. So,
You watch as well as you are making your way through the citadel. You can see the head dean has a large group of these invaders currently caught in what seems to be some sort of telekinesis spell. They are just floating about 20 feet off the ground, and the dean is just almost lazily holding them and walking towards the edge of the citadel, spies you guys
Jesus Christ.
running past, flashes a little wave at you and just drops them over the edge.
That was nice. Good shot.
Thank you! And they teleport away. What would you guys like to do? The army is now retreating. Order is returning to the citadel.
Oh,
We could just go further up the tower and just kind of watch it wind down. Maybe
yeah.
find some
Yeah.
wine.
like that.
Yeah.
Lick our wounds,
Yeah. Get some wine.
metaphorically.
I don't like wine.
Or juice, unfermented juice.
Juice.
Juice is good.
Juice. Oh man.
Put Mura down for a nap.
Yeah, put me down for my nap.
Cool. Okay, so you guys short resting, long resting?
Short rest for now, watching things.
Mm-hmm.
If it seems chill enough, then we can attempt a long rest. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it night? Like, I feel like we'd be pretty like amped up to just be like, okay, night.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
It's entirely up to you guys, that's why I'm asking.
You
Too
know what?
early to be
Chester's gonna go
night-ish.
to sleep. He's decided.
Okay.
Chester is never too
Whatever
amped
y'all
up to
doing,
sleep.
I am going to bed. It's very late. I've been hit by a dragon. I got this dagger in me.
I'll stay up and keep watch.
Okay, I'm gonna sip on this juice box. Mira will sip on the juice box.
Okay.
It's like a really big Capri Sun. Like a really big one. Like a comically large.
Yes, with a silly straw.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so you can see it is winding down quite dramatically now. The army from the Zeroth dynasty, you can see, has brought a large number of mages with them. And you can see Linger, I imagine, would be able to quite easily take note of this. As the portals kind of start opening up for the invaders to retreat, the Sun God's army, you can see some of them are able to get through these portals and kind of escape to their safety. But you can see the mages working overtime with some of the floating Citadel mages joining to help, and they are effectively hijacking these portals to send the invaders somewhere else. It's not where they're intending to go. They are just being sent somewhere else. Probably don't know where without getting like closer to the portal and actually being able to see it or see through it. But very clearly it's somewhere that the Thiselwood / Zeroth Dynasty army want them to be sent. So very likely either one or a number of prisons across Azith. Or holding
Imagine
cells.
getting yeeted right to prison.
You think you're running to like back to base,
Yeah.
and you're just in prison. You'd look around, some dude there in the corner, just like, first time, huh?
You're just running and then you run into like a fucking brick wall. You're like, shit.
Pretty much. So yeah, it is winding down enough that if you want, you can long rest.
Okay, then we shall do so.
I think Mira
Alright,
does fall asleep. She's like halfway done with the juice box. Juice box drunk.
Cool. Cool. In that case, you have your long rest. Sorry, I'm making Denny as a character for Mura in the background.
Yay.
You have your rest. You go to sleep. Chester, it is very hard to find a comfortable position to sleep in because just that swipe from the dragon's tail basically just hit you across your entire body. And the fall obviously was quite bruising as well.
Well, I Cape of the Mountebank, my fault.
Yeah, you did dimension door it, but there's still like a little bit of it.
Ooh, you felt like on your tailbone, probably.
Yeah, on my
like the
tail.
momentum was still there, but you didn't have like the proper fall damage or anything.
We got shin splints from landing.
Oh, buddy.
And there is just like this massive bruise across your chest from the tail. But yeah, you had to sleep. You wake up the following morning to the smell of Denny cooking up a storm. He's got this massive wok from somewhere, and he is just cooking something.
Hell yeah.
Wow, what a dude.
Good morning.
Wow, you make breakfast too.
I did indeed. I'm a man of many talents.
That's pretty cool, honestly.
And he
I
just
approve.
starts like dishing up like full continental breakfast. Hot stuff, cold stuff, the works.
I mean, Belvedere knows how I like my eggs, but I'm sure these are fine.
Mira's like, this is fucking great. Does not say fucking. She'd just be like, this is great. Wow. Wow.
There is also coffee on. It was quite a late night.
Do you think if I have coffee, I'll be like, can I have coffee?
Linger, can I have coffee?
Please.
She can have coffee, but put a lot of milk in it, please.
Yeah.
Like, I need it to be like a warm summer tan. on a pale person. Like if I were able to get a tan, that's the color her coffee needs.
That's the color of the coffee. Oh my god.
Hmm.
That's funny.
So it's like milk with
We
a
have an
splash of
iced
coffee in
coffee
it.
for
It's
Mura.
Mura. It reached. Give me.
There's a Y
It's a
in there
kid.
for some reason.
It's MYR. Myra. Who's that? Myra. I think that's you. Oh. Mura takes her iced coffee and drinks it. It's literally like one shot of espresso and like this much milk.
It's
So
half a
much
shot of espresso.
I like my coffee how I like my women, short and hairy.
I don't know how to make a hairy coffee, but I can make an espresso.
I'll take it.
Oh my god.
Does Denny have a beard? Can he just like
Oh,
scratch
gross.
his beard?
Gross.
He does have a very big beard.
Lindsay,
Hell yeah.
gross.
He's basically Senshi at this point. He's got a big
I
and a big
love
beard.
Hey.
That's the only reason I like him so much, is because he's basically Senshi.
Wow, don't you just love Denny Ward?
I actually hate the tier.
Given that you've been nicknaming me as such, I suppose this breakfast would be a Denny's.
Yes.
Is Denny not your real name?
Well, it's modern, but Denny is good.
Oh, right.
Whatever you wish to call me, my queen.
Oh,
We feel it would be less confusing
No.
if you're Denny.
you don't have to call me queen. I'm not really a queen. Just
But you slay.
Oh. That hurt me like on a personal level.
Good, me too.
You deserve to be hurt by that. Not me. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise.
Louise.
Poor buddy, his charisma is 8.
Perfect balance.
I guess the question now is, what are we doing? We're doing mere brain stuff, yeah?
Yeah,
I think
mirror.
So.
Mirror brain stuff.
That's fun.
Mirror brain stuff.
You would also
friends
probably
stuff.
get the feeling the deans are probably meeting somewhere all together at the moment. Why did that just?
That makes sense.
Just to make sure
Aftermath.
everyone's
Half
safe,
stuff.
everything's covered.
Would Linger actually know where that sort of meeting takes place? Perhaps we can.
It would very likely.
Oh.
The Instantia Tower was destroyed, or partially
Yeah.
destroyed, but usually it would likely be there. I would say you can look out of the Spiritus Tower and see it is in the process of being rebuilt magically. So it's entirely likely they might have convened there regardless, because it is rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all ready to head out?
Definitely
Y'all ready for
ready.
this? Do.
We're meant.
Oh no, they're ready for that.
Shut up. Oh my god. Yeah, let's go. Mira's like, I'm as ready as I'll never be. That's how the saying goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is.
Okay,
Okay,
so now that he's been made as a character, I can invite, copy invite link,
you disown him.
paste invite link, join my character. I should have just done create new character in the campaign. I'm an idiot.
I know.
Select Denny. Denny's Grand Slam.
Shut up.
You should call that one of his moves. You can call that.
Why does he still have an option to pick? There shouldn't. Oh, there is an option to pick his first level feat, like you guys. What's his first level feat gonna be? I could give him Chef twice.
Can't you?
He is so good.
I'll give him forager. Then he can
Oh.
forage for food as well. Yes, so because he does have the chef feat by Lindsay's request, there is
Can I make
actually
this
something to that that I
Yeah.
cannot find now.
He gives
yes.
us treats. Treats.
Yes, so it wasn't a short rest. Here we go. With 1 hour of work, when you finish a long rest, you can cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency bonus. These special treats last 8 hours after being made. A creature can use a bonus action to eat one of those treats and gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. So he can make a grand total of 2 treats that give you 2 temporary HP.
Hey.
Just a little treat.
Who would like a treat?
Just, I want a treat.
Gives one to Mura. There's
Mura
one going
eats it.
spare.
Mura eats it and gets 2 temporary HP.
Cool.
Yep.
Yay! I got a
Holds
treat.
it out to Warden.
Take it, eat it. It's tasty. It's tasty. It's tasty. It's tasty.
It'll just like, he'll just swipe it and put it under his cloak.
No, you have to eat it. You have to eat.
This is for
Later, I just have to take off, like, that's kind of a process. You have to take off my helmet, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Don't feel like doing that right now.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I
You
think.
could maybe make it a smoothie next time, Denny. That would be some help, I think.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, I can't assign him to Mura, but he's there and you can view everyone's character sheets, so...
A smoothie. A smoothie. Oh boy. Okay. It just says fighter. Oh, he's a knight?
That's his background, yes.
Okay. Let's see what his subclass is. It is.
I was chuckling hard to myself.
I don't see it. Fighting spirit. What is this? I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh no, what a shame.
No.
You can, if you click on the pick options next to where it says level 4, if you click on level 4, you can see. Or if you pick show class. So if you click on where it says fighter, it'll tell you his subclass.
You made him a samurai.
so much honor.
Wow. Oh man, that's pretty funny.
Yes,
Poor
he's a
little
samurai.
buddy.
He is currently dual wielding a rapier and a hand axe. He has the interception fighting style, so he can jump in front of people and take damage for them.
And then die.
And
Or-
then
well,
Oh man. What a
oh no,
little
sorry.
weirdo.
He just reduces the damage you take. So he can jump in the way and reduce it by 1d10 plus his proficiency bonus. Oh, he must be wielding his shield. Or a martial weapon. That's fine. He is wielding a martial weapon. That's his rapier. Cool.
Mhm.
So yes, he can stand in the way with a reaction and reduce damage by 1d10 plus 2, which is pretty fun.
40
my
hit points.
gosh.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was the auto hit points it gave him.
That's not bad.
I mean, I'm 63 and I'm level 10, so that's pretty good.
I have
I think
80.
it literally gave him like 6. And his con is plus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 6s. That's why. Cool. So, you head to the Instantia Tower then?
Please.
Yes.
Mhm.
You can see as well, as you're heading over to the tower, a lot of the Citadel is in like this interesting state of like semi-ruin. A lot of it has been attacked and destroyed, but at the same time, because of magic, a lot of it is already being rebuilt. So there is this like weird in-between state where like some streets are completely destroyed, some streets right next to them are pristine. But it's a process and it's happening bit by bit. You can see the guards, the Arcane Brotherhood, are walking around making sure everyone's safe and doing a lot of the rebuilding magic. A lot of the staff are on hand doing a lot of the rebuilding. It's all pretty cool. A lot going on.
Cool.
And you, you head over towards the Instantia Tower. I'm just trying to find my stuff. That's fine. My stuff is not there. But it should be here.
Wait, before we do this, should we take a short break? I know it's early, but I think this might be a good time to do it because then we're going to get into the shits, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I know.
Do you think there's going to be shits involved?
Yeah.
Well, you guys had a
giggles.
big breakfast and a lot of
Possibly
coffee, so...
equals, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
In 10 minutes. We'll see you shortly.
You will.
I gotta wake up.
Where's OBS? Here we go. Break screen. We're back. Hello. We have returned.
Hi, I'm back. I have
Tell your
caffeine.
friends. Excellent.
Hey, Coke
Steph is
time.
caffeinated as is Mura.
Yeah! Mira's
This might
like
have been a
kind of
mistake.
Mira's like kind of always on like riding a high of like being very hyperactive, and Stephanie is not.
Nice.
Stephanie is tired, so let's go, baby.
You make your way towards the Instantia Tower. You can see the bridge has been rebuilt to obviously allow people to actually access it. But what you can see as well, that is new, obviously, is effectively like an honor guard lining the bridge of Xeroth Dynasty soldiers. You can see a number of them have stuck around, and you get the impression someone important from the dynasty is likely inside the tower, hence the guards on the outside. So as you kind of get close, they kind of move to step in your way. Our sincerest apologies, but
No.
outsiders currently are not to enter the tower. There is important business going on inside.
Ah, well, then abracadabra is most likely needed in there for the important business, for we are important business.
You see, there's a moment where they kind of look at each other, and one of the other guards steps forwards, whispers something in one of their ears, and they, "Oh, you're the..." I see. Very well, and kind of clicks his heels, stands to the side. Apologies for the misunderstanding. Please enter.
Ah, no need. Thank you.
Thank you. Mura looked like she was about to burst into fucking tears.
You can see as well they're all wearing fairly similar armor. Obviously, all kind of variations of light, medium, and heavy, but it all kind of carries this similar theme of kind of like the verdant greens of the prominent flora of the verdant expanse, funnily enough, of Azith, where the majority of the Zeroth dynasty held cities and towns are. This being the army of the dynasty, they're not all elves. So in Thiselwood, obviously, if this was an army directly from only Thiselwood, they would be entirely high elves. Here, they are a mix of a number of races. And you can see they all have kind of like this insignia of Thiselwood, these gilded gates with this large tree kind of behind it, like the gates are protecting the tree. All wielding a variety of different weapons, but they all step to the side and allow you in.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. I'm Mura.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance too. And they kind of smile and nod.
Yeah, as we walk by, Warden's just like, never been important before.
That's a true, Warden. You've always been important.
You're very important.
Yeah, agreed.
I've been important before. So I'm joking. Denny doesn't say that. Warden would snap his neck.
I was gonna say, and we lose Denny
Yeah.
immediately.
Turns around, punches Denny in the throat, carries on walking.
You literally led the defense of your city. I feel like you've been important a few times.
You're very important, Warden. Warden, sorry, not Wardy. I don't know who Wardy is. Sorry.
Oh, good old Wardy.
Good old Wardy.
Let's just keep walking.
I don't know if that was a slip on purpose or a slip on accident. I can't really tell. I don't know if that was by that I mean I don't know if that was a Mura slip or a Stephanie slip. Somebody slipped.
Some would argue they're one and the same.
They
Bro.
are. They absolutely are.
They're just different parts of my brain.
You head inside the tower. You can see there is like heavy arcane brotherhood and dynasty warrior presence in the tower.
Like Dynasty Warriors, the game.
Yeah.
Of course.
Dynasty Warriors 3 was my favorite. I have opinions about this.
You play Dynasty Warriors?
Hell yeah.
Really?
You can see as well, they are a little standoffish with each other. The floating citadel isn't really held under anyone's rule. So like they have come to help, but like obviously then the Arcane Brotherhood are going to be like, oh god, they're going to start being like, hey, join the dynasty, and that whole can of worms is going to get opened up again. And the dynasty guys are all there like, oh man, why won't these guys just join? It's awesome. We get oppression. So
Curious.
you head in. Linger would probably be able to surmise the most likely places for these sorts of meetings to be held. And given that that specific wing of the tower was rebuilt, Linger takes you straight to the head dean's office.
Yeah.
It is a room that is able to be magically altered to be kind of bigger or smaller as needs require. And as you step into the room, it is currently set up like a war room. The head dean's desk has kind of been pushed to one side, and there is this large round table with a map of Eroth, like this magical map. It's kind of, I want to say spectral, but spectral's not entirely the right word, but it gives the right vibe.
Ethereal.
Yes. These are the vibes I am going for. Thank you. I just can't think of. I have a word.
Very
for it
mindful.
in
very
my brain.
demure.
It is a very mindful and demure map. Yes. But yes, it's almost like it's like a 3D projection, effectively, on the table.
Yes. I am with you.
Thank you. And you can see there are like almost like bits of string of different colors that are surrounding various areas that show like Zeroth Dynasty holding, Kingdom of Jura holding, free cities. You can see kind of on the other continents as well how their power structures are split up. And there is a symbol of a sun you can see floating above a number of cities.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
You can see all the deans are in attendance, with the exception of the one that you killed.
Yeah, fuck that guy. If he showed up, we would have had a whole new kind of problem, huh?
And you can see the head dean is in the middle of conversation with this high elf in this resplendent kind of golden green plate mail with this long flowing cape. That's what they're called. Almost to the point of comically large pauldrons on the shoulders, but just below that point to where they're still just bordering on still practical. He is, in a sense, a practical hero.
He said
He
the
did it!
thing.
He said the thing!
He did the thing. No more campaigns. Final campaign done. That was it. Roll credits.
Moreover,
Pack it up.
Alexa, play Good Riddance, Time of Your Life.
Bomb, bomb.
But yes, you can see they are kind of deep in conversation as you enter. Dean Vex and Dean Star Whisper do clock the new arrivals as you walk in, and you can see Dean Star Whisper immediately sees you guys and just like eyes widen slightly, and she just holds a hand, like a finger up to just wait for them to finish talking before you guys start talking.
It's like she knows us. Wow.
Mura had her mouth all the way open.
Saw Mura and Chester and was like, wait!
Mura just inhales really deeply, probably sucks in a couple of bugs, and is like,
Kirby inhales.
"Ooh." I hope that picked up. It was pretty good, if I do say so myself.
But yes, you can see as they are deep in discussion as he just... We would be able to bring some troops here to the Citadel. We could guarantee protection from Thiselwood itself, but the dynasty as a whole. Emperor Zamalin has, of course, extended his most sincere condolences towards this attack. We caught wind of it too late. The dragon was sighted flying over Thiselwood, and that was what mobilized the army into action. Once word reached Emperor Zamalin, he was quick to react, and of course we were able to magically send word to our army across Azith as a whole. We are pleased to report that the casualties on our side number, frankly, as low as they possibly could. And on their side, they are many. And you can see a couple of the other kind of soldiers in the room are all kind of nodding and lightly tapping weapons in approval. And Deankin just kind of holds up a hand. They all quiet and they, I appreciate the offer, but as I and those before me have made clear on a number of occasions, the floating citadel must remain impartial. If we are to get involved... You what? Per my last email. If the citadel is to get involved in the matters concerning the Kingdom of Jura and the Zeroth dynasty, in addition to the ongoing hostilities between the mortal factions of the War of the Gods, then we get dragged into everyone else's squabbles. For the time being, it remains the simplest and best way for us to assist in this is to continue to supply court mages and court wizards to assist towns and cities impartially. They may be influenced by the ruling of those particular areas, but that is down to the individual and not the citadel as a whole. We have been able to defend ourselves for quite some time and will continue to do so. In fact, here are some of our staunch defenders now, and they gesture towards the four of you waiting patiently by the side. They were able to unroot a deep-seated plan from the Sun God's allies, planting one of theirs within our own ranks, and dealt with it without, frankly, any interruption to our evening festivities to celebrate the eclipse briefly prior to the total invasion of our citadel. And from what I hear, they got a number of our students, faculty, and visiting civilians to safety before joining the fray.
Subtlety and discretion are our specialty.
We're very subtle and discreet.
Dean Vex chokes on her drink in the corner when Warden says that.
We're very mindful, very demure.
You see the high elf turns to
That was good, Ethan.
regard you guys. And he's well built, very big, very strong, about as tall as a high elf can be.
Which is not very tall, by the way. Elves aren't supposed to be that tall in D&D.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.
So he is tall for an elf, but not tall by human standards.
Thank you for saying facts, Lindsay.
It
I
is
got you.
facts. Obviously, of course, every now and then, maybe you can have an outlier, but not every single elf is 6'3".
Sometimes you're going to have Halcyon, but that's not a normal thing. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. Just give me House.
You heard it here first, folks. Steph lose everything she wrote by the book, including the fact that tieflings should be different colors. I'm just parroting what she said. She can't respond because she peeked her mic, and it's currently blocking her.
Yeah.
I did not say that about
It's like when you jolt in the car and the seatbelt locks, and then you're trying to get the seatbelt to unlock. That was Steph just then.
Yeah.
But yes, he turns and regards you. You can see he's got these kind
How
of
dare you?
deep green eyes. Hair is hidden by this large helmet with a very fine plumage on the top. And I see. Then perhaps it could be worth a discussion with yourselves as well. There are matters concerning other areas around Aeroth, not just the floating citadel, I'm afraid. The attacks have been increasing.
Mira thinks about how hard it would be to have a conversation with herself. But says nothing.
The map with the suns over various cities, Chester wants to look to the far north where his family lives and see if there's any suns over there.
Yeah, you peer over, very easily done with your very tall bugbear form. You peer over and you can easily see the small Halidor Isles in the top corner of the map. You can see there is a single sun icon, and it would appear that for now they are either in, or if this is like something that they have control over, there is either sun god activity or sun god people have taken over the city of Mordothak, which would probably be quite alarming to Chester. You would know Mordothak is this very large dwarven fortress / city built deep into the mountains. It was the birthplace of the ether cannons. They built the first one and ultimately accidentally test fired the first prototype, killing the dragon that then fell around Dragon's End. But to have taken Mordothak is quite substantial if they have taken it. But even the fact that they are potentially in Mordothak in general is a cause for concern. Other than that, the rest of the Halidor Isles seems pretty untouched.
All right, he's just clocking that. Gonna make a phone call maybe to his folks later.
And the High Elf continues. We have made contact with Axil in the Halidor Isles, as well as various other mages around Azith. For now, they are not concerned as to the activity in the Halidor Isles. They believe they would be able to deal with it and extinguish it themselves. We have sent a detachment of Dynasty troops to assist them, as of course you are well aware, the Halidor Isles is under Dynasty rule. And you see all the deans roll their eyes. We are in discussions with the people of Jura. The Kingdom of Jura have had their struggles as well. There was a note of sun god presence within Jura, but we have been led to believe that this potentially has been dealt with. Apparently they also had some outside help, although the Knights of Jura have been quelling some of the outlying remainders. And you see Head Dean Kin kind of smiles and leans past the knight and yes, word reached our ears as well, and if the rumors are to be believed, it's my understanding that the outside help to the Kingdom of Jura was again these four.
What are the odds?
We travel a lot.
You see as he almost does that like double take. I see. So
travel is my passion. Fan life. Hashtag fan life.
You have been assisting around Azith then. This is good to hear.
You don't want to hear what I did 50 years ago. That was a crazy story.
Perhaps a story for another time then.
Truly. Talking to a woman who looks like she's in her early 20s.
He's an elf. He's used to it.
Oh, that's true. Hashtag teleporting tower life. Get ready with me as I go to bed in my teleporting tower. I drive around my teleporting tower until I find a spot that's really safe, usually near the beach or a public park. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, this is good to hear. We are concerned that some of the areas outside of news for Azith are obviously beyond us. The
Refs.
Sunset Archipelago, for example, appears to be a point of contention. we understand there has been some heightened sun god activity around there. Wild Thorn appears to have been left untouched, which is good. Capitals being taken is rarely a good sign, but they have taken control of a few of the locations around Faltis. Wrong continent. I was distracted by the picture of Steph that just got thrown into the mid-session chat. I was trying to figure out if it was a new one.
It's not.
It is not. Similarly, Deblis as a whole has been left mostly unscathed. The June Crosser has been mobilized, and they are keeping a firm eye on the continent as a whole. And you can all see one of the cities on the map on Dublis, this kind of desert continent. So if I just switch to the world map for everyone to see, because that's good fun. So over in the desert continent of Dublis, in the Tertiary Gulf, you can see currently around the center of the continent, one of the kind of images of a city with like this little floating banner above it that says the June Crosser is moving.
Okay.
Similarly, as well, you can see Promethea, the floating city, which is on an airship. Promethea is traveling across the map and also does not have a sun god marker on it, which would be very, very dangerous if it did. But you can see that is currently doing the rounds over Azith. And you see as well as Dean Kin looks over the map and, oh, and by the way, back on the subject of reports reaching us, you can dispose of that one. And they swipe a finger through the sun god marker that was on the Silent Isle. Again, these four.
Yeah.
Travel's my passion.
Killing is our business.
And business is good.
Business is a booming.
Deankin says, we are of course thankful for your assistance in this fight, and we will of course send our praise and our thanks to Emperor Zamalin once we have settled a little bit. But for you to take back with you, and they pull a gem out of a pocket in their robes and just kind of hand it to them. This will aid in your various fights that you often end up in, or the protection of one of your cities, should you feel the need to defend it against the sun god. There is a rather powerful elemental inside that gem.
Oh.
Well, hello.
Is it the elemental of surprise, perhaps?
No, that one cannot be trapped inside a gem. That is the most powerful element.
Challenge accepted. I probably can't fit into a gem, but it could probably fit into a bath bomb. You didn't expect me to bring up bath bombs in this episode, did you, motherfucker?
No, I did not.
Always.
The general
Always.
kind of regards you guys again, and he... Well, given your exploits thus far then, I wish to extend a request. We believe Thiselwood may come under attack soon, and we believe there is sun god presence either in Thiselwood itself or in some of the surrounding locations. You do not have to return immediately with me. We are about to take our leave now, but we would be most grateful if you could assist us.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, Chester's looking at his friends.
Sounds like
Yes.
the next step anyway.
Does seem doable. I would like to interject that names often imbue power into things, and especially deities. It's my understanding that the more clout you give their titles, the more powerful they can actually become. So maybe actually referring to this villain as a sun god might not be in the best interest of the world as a whole.
Maybe just the
So-
sun guy.
The sun guy, the solar imposter. I don't care. I'll leave the naming to more creative people. However, just wanted to throw that out there that you are, as you insist on calling them by this title, probably imbuing them with more power.
Solar imposter. That's a good one, Lindsay.
Yeah, first thought, best thought, I feel like. If I may also interject as well, that some of these places where you've labeled activity, that's how it
Yes.
starts. They're going to start small and sneaky, and then they're going to explode. We saw it happen here. So, just keep that in mind.
Naturally. And you see he kind of pauses and considers for a moment. And we could, I suppose, always revert to what had been happening before. Before they'd been giving a moniker to this individual. Previously, we had just been referring to the various knights that we'd fought and individual skirmishers as the Red Scourge.
See, that works. That doesn't give power to the entity.
Very well. We will spread wide.
Thank you for coming to my linger talk.
Okay, so I have a great idea for like a series of talks where they're just called linger talks.
You want to hang around to learn more. Is
Yeah, you
what
want to
I-
linger
Yes, exactly.
around. Yeah.
The theory
think we
is
could
absolutely sound.
Start a whole series of these. We should just quit adventuring, start a whole series of these around Era. I could ask Sem to come.
Yeah.
He would definitely give a
Special.
A seminar.
I'm glad you both picked up on that.
I'm done.
Axes, swords, daggers, knives. This was my life before I found my passion for digging wells in underdeveloped cities. Hello, I am Warden. This is my TED Talk.
No, your linger talk. Your
Linger
linger
talk.
talk.
My linger talk shit. And that's how it ends.
Shit. It goes off stage.
Who's Ted?
I embarrassed myself in my friends.
No, you did a great job. Well,
You
I
were
love
looking
that
at a guy that had a name tag, and the name tag said Ted. So it was like one of those things where you said what you were looking at, not what you meant
Yeah.
to say.
It was
was
Ted
weird that he was
Lasso.
wearing. It was weird that he was wearing a name tag, so you focused on that. You're like, why does Ted have a name? And then it.
And like, why am I able to see it from the stage? Like, how's that possible?
well, you just zeroed
Right.
in on him because he was so happy looking. Because you
Yeah.
know it was Ted Lasso, like I said. Because
Mhm.
great show, great show.
Um,
Okay, sorry for ruining Mitch's entire
it's
universe.
fine. It's fine.
He's used to it.
He is.
We bring, it, we bring it back around.
We,
Seminar.
as mentioned, we do have. Excuse me. We do have some cause for concern around Mordorthak. In addition to Dublis as a whole, we are worried that there hasn't really been too much activity around there. My concern is reports often tend to come from the Dune Crosser. Perhaps they may have taken the Dune Crosser and are falsifying reports. We are keeping a close eye on this situation. Several of the outlying islands are hotbeds for activity of the Red Scourge. They have been sighted around. It seems they will often sprout up in these more remote locations where there is less danger of them being quelled by the larger organizations in place to protect individuals, and that is when they then spread into the continents. And he kind of taps on the map and they start to glow. The three that I am most concerned about, as I say, is currently Mordothak, the Dune Crosser, and the Sunset Archipelago as a whole. We have received word that they may have potentially set up some sort of activity around there, although we're not quite sure what yet. Can you all give me a perception check?
Oh no!
Linger is very excited about the Sunset Archipelago.
It's a 19.
Because Lindsay is very excited.
Why? Oh, I'm like, why won't it let me click? I'm on Denny's.
What am I doing? Hold on.
You can roll for Denny.
I couldn't. It wouldn't let me. 16. Oh, no. I'll try to roll for Denny. No, it won't let me. He's got a +4 though, so.
Settings. That's why, because players can view but not modify. Players can view and modify all characters now. So now you can modify Denny. So.
Me desperately trying to roll for Denny. It's still not rolling. It's fine. Don't worry.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. Denny is not paying attention.
Thank you for the clarification. So Warden 19, Chester 15, Mura 16, Linger 14, Rip 2. Cool. Warden and Mura.
Oh no, I wasn't listening.
It's very subtle, but when he mentions not knowing why they would want to be around the Sunset Archipelago, or what activity there might be, if there is any, you see all of the deans side-eyeing each other very quickly before looking back at the map and regarding you guys. And of course, Thiselwood, and he taps Thiselwood and it starts to glow.
Why don't you want to go to the sunset thing? Archipelago. Yep, I got it.
Are you asking why he doesn't want to go there, did you say?
Yeah. Also, damn it. Hold that thought. I gotta go grab my dog. He's having like an arthritis attack. So Mura says that and then goes, I have to pee. And I'll be right back.
It's not that we don't want to go there. These are the places that we are most concerned about from the reports. Mostly with this one, we are unsure why they would wish to go there. But we receive conflicting reports as to whether they are behind the scenes or whether they have taken over that group of islands as a whole. These are all areas we are concerned about and very much would intend to visit. Obviously, there is a limited amount of assistance we can provide to other jurisdictions without first discussing with the relevant authorities, because they might see it as an act of war if an army just suddenly turns up on their shores unannounced.
And I insight check that.
Yeah.
8.
Even with an 8, he is being completely and utterly sincere. These are areas that he is pointing out that they are concerned about, which is why he also included Thiselwood. And as he says, Mordothak is under dynasty rule, so there would be no issue with them going there. It's the other areas like the Dune Crosser on another continent and the Sunset Archipelago. If they launch armies across the world, people are going to start freaking out. And that would probably track with Warden with like your battle knowledge and all of that sort of stuff. Like, it tracks. If an army starts mobilizing, other armies start panicking. Whether or not they're like, oh no, it's fine, we're just doing it because we hear there's bad guys here. Unless that's been squared away first, everyone's like, I don't trust you, buddy.
Yeah.
Very well.
Well, the one, I guess, I'm worried about the whole thing, to be fair, but the Sunset Archipelago, you not knowing why they would want to take it over. Maybe it's just the fear of the unknown that's gripped me. But,
It could be. Our concern with it is it's an awfully remote part of the world. Not much tends to happen there.
Would that not be the perfect place then to hide some very devious plot? Also, you can get some really, really primo magic ingredients there. Very rare, very demure, very
mindful.
The whole thing.
Yes, these are.
But
our
if I were going,
concerns.
yes. So I mean. And then there's, if we're looking at the sociological standpoint, there's a lot of research that could be done there. A visit would be very helpful. I just want to go there. I'm going to be very blunt. That is.
All right, so that's one vote for the archipelago, and you know what? The unknown is something that, while it does scare me, I also like exploring. I'm a bit of an explorer. It is my passion. Yes.
Wait, did he say why he doesn't want to go? It's because he doesn't know things about it?
It's because they don't really have jurisdiction there, and if they mobilize the kingdom there, might take it as a threat.
Yeah, so it's not that they don't want to go to these places that are highlighted, but it's like until they've had talks with the corresponding people, like they can get messengers over to Wildthorn and start saying, like, we've heard these reports, we are offering assistance, and then Wildthorn might be like, sure, send your armies over in an airship and portal them over and it's fine. But if like 200 troops suddenly portal onto the beach, it ain't a good time.
We'll call it D-Day.
Yes.
Somebody already make that joke.
No.
Great. Okay,
That was yours. All you.
Just didn't land then. All right, I'm back.
Too soon.
Too soon. There we go. Thank you, Maywood. Maywood, once again, making me funny.
Hey, my grandpa wasn't there, but he was alive at the time.
So was I.
D-Day would have been yesterday, right? When the dragon came.
Dragon
Day.
Yeah, Dragon Day.
That's why it's so soon.
We're going to America Hell.
Yes.
All right. Well, so that's 2 for the Sunset Isle. Also, the sort of nice thing about us going is we're just a small team, and we won't arouse as much suspicions. So that's sort of nice.
We're just little guys.
We're just 6'9" little guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and performers. So we have that.
Chester.
Was Warden chuckles. He's like,
Our one humble request would be that you perhaps assist us in Thiselwood first.
Yeah.
We are still codifying rumor and fact from report. It could be that many of these have been falsified to spread fear, but once Thiselwood is secure, we can divert our resources to assisting elsewhere.
Like up in the far north, for example.
Precisely. We have already sent a detachment to the Halador Isles, but more assistance will be provided once we are content that, at the very least, the Verdant Expanse is secure.
All right, well, then I have sort of
the Deans will roll their eyes.
a vested interest in getting Thiselwood out of the way so you can help up there. My parents live up there. Fortunately, they're in Edgecrop, which is about as far away as you could be from Mura. He says the name properly.
Well, I wouldn't imagine they'd come for Edgecrop first. From my understanding, not much tends to happen in Edgecrop, so
it's a very boring town. Yes.
Lindsay chuckles in campaign 1. Nothing happens in Edgecrop.
Never.
Nothing ever happens in Edgecrop.
Except for Corn and wrestling matches,
Yes,
nothing
corn
else.
wrestling matches.
Oh my god, Kansas?
Oh my god, like Idaho. Oh no, that's potatoes. Nebraska?
We got
There we go.
Kansas 2 before GTA 6.
Hmm.
And he, well,
Damn, you're right.
if
Right.
if there is nothing else your esteemed selves wish to add, and he regards the deans, and they all kind of look towards head Deankin, and Deankin, no, I believe my point has been quite firmly made. Thank you very much for your assistance, however. And he nods and kind of clicks his heels together, stands to attention, regards you. As said, any assistance you are able and willing to provide us will be greatly appreciated and greatly rewarded. You are all hereby cordially invited to Thiselwood by Emperor Zamalin's decree.
Ooh.
Bows
Royal invite.
and makes his way out. Can everyone give me a history check?
Oh no. History.
Yes.
4.
13.
Jesus Christ, Warden.
24.
Average Warden W.
cool. Warden's on it because Warden loves this kind of stuff. Chester, obviously, it's a bit easier for you. You grew up here. So Chester, Warden, and Linger, by Emperor's decree, when regarding Thiselwood, is generally quite important. You are very well aware that the city is magically guarded. It is blessed by Ambriel, as everyone always seems to refer to it. The trees, the foliage, everything around Thiselwood actively deters invaders, outsiders. It is possible for someone to try and wander into Thiselwood. It is just as possible for them to get horribly lost in the trees and die.
Oh.
Being invited by Emperor's decree generally means that the path will present itself to you and allow you passage into Thiselwood.
No. Oh, lovely.
And it means you don't have to deal with standing outside the trees and asking to be let in. That formality has been dealt with, and your invite now allows you entry to the gate, at the very least. And he takes his leave, and you see as the dynasty guards kind of rank and fold out behind him. And you can see as well from the windows in the head dean's office, the guards all peeling away from the bridge, and the remnants of the dynasty army starting to vanish through portals, griffin riders taking their leave, as the Zeroth dynasty business has concluded for now on the floating citadel. As Deankin is pinching the bridge of their tiny little Githyanki nose, Githzerai, rather, and just sighs heavily.
Yeah. Wow.
You can say that again.
What?
Yeah.
Well.
Yes, they wave a hand through the map, and the map dissipates into smoke. Didn't quite get the chance before, but thank you for your assistance. Pre, during, and now after the Eclipse Ball.
Our
It is
It's our
pleasure.
greatly
pleasure.
appreciated. The various civilians that you teleported to safety were teleported back a short time after the all clear was given.
Hmm.
And
That's good.
things are resuming much as they were in the Citadel, obviously slightly more rebuilding than we had prior to the eclipse. But other than that, lessons are able to resume. Life on the Citadel is not as disrupted as it perhaps may have been without your intervention and without the assistance of the Zeroth dynasty.
Mm.
I like it.
Yeah.
I guess now that things have calmed down a little bit, we can proceed with some help that we have requested from some of your deans and yourself.
Yeah.
Absolutely. By all means, please. And they gesture towards the other deans, and at the same time you watch as they gesture towards the table, and the legs just shorten until the table is on the ground, and the table then folds itself up. Feel free to discuss in here. I'm just tidying up after the war meeting.
Ooh.
I do like that table. Is that enchantment built into the table with the map, or is that your own?
The map is one of our spells, yes.
Can I get a copy of that?
Absolutely. You have
Perfect.
assisted us. You may absolutely. And they just immediately hold out a hand, and a drawer behind them slides open and a scroll floats out, and they hand it over to you.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Get that thing on a boat, maybe. You could have a folding boat.
Oh.
Wait, was it the enchantment for the table or the map making?
The map.
Yes, I was gonna
so
say.
that like when we're
Yes.
planning stuff, Linger can be like, I too can make a map now.
Yes. So it is a scroll of astral map. Basically.
Oh, it's an actual fucking thing.
It doesn't currently exist within Shard because it's just an RP spell, but like,
Yeah.
it is a thing.
Cool.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
I call them my astral maps because it sounds funky.
I like it.
The other deans kind of come over to you, and are all just kind of regarding everyone after the fight. Dean Akio Hayashi, the sword fighter and elemental expert, just almost immediately is like striding over to Warden with a massive grin on his face, and he just
Here we go.
claps a hand on your shoulder. I saw you fighting. You were excellent. Where did you train?
With the War Master in Bellica.
Bellica. The Silent Isles.
Yes, subtitles.
Silent Isle. There's only one.
There's
Of
only
course, my
the
mistake.
How fucking dare you?
My mistake too.
He taps his chin and... Very well. Perhaps when you have some free time, or perhaps on your recommendation, I could either train with yourself or journey myself to the Silent Isle and meet with some of these teachers of yours.
Well, the one I trained with died many years ago. But we're going to kind of think for a second. My brother might be up for that if we don't have time.
He nods insightfully. My deepest and most sincere condolences. My former tutor also perished. It is a strange feeling. There is a rare sort of bond. And he just kind of claps you on the shoulder again, and by all means, whenever you have a moment, do get word to me, and I will make haste.
He'll nod.
Perhaps I could teach you some of my techniques as well. And he flashes you a grin. You see, like, actual fire dancing in the irises of his eyes.
When he like goes away, Mira's like, Warden, I think you should have time. We're gonna do brain stuff, remember?
I guess that is true.
The brain stuff won't take that long.
Okay, never mind then.
Who said
I mean,
that?
it's
There
us.
will be time for, like, a fight if you wanted to fight him and just see how it is. But, like, it's not gonna be like a week-long ritual type thing.
Yeah, we could probably fit a couple of rounds in while you guys do that.
Absolutely.
Somebody weird said brain stuff won't take that long. I heard it.
It was Rip.
Mira, you need to lay off the coffee.
It's opened a whole new world for me. Sorry, Mitch. Go on.
He flashes another grin at you, Warden, and he... Very well. Come and grab me when you're ready. And just strides out of the Instantia Tower. You see Dean Vex and Dean Star Whisper just kind of slide over to you guys slightly. Slightly less in your face than Dean Hayashi. That's loud. The two of them are just like fussing over all of you. Dean Star Whispers, by the gods, Chester, are you all... I saw that dragon swat you out of the sky. Are you okay?
It didn't feel great, I will admit, but I'm much better now. I've rested. I'm going to have a nice bruise and a scar to tell of my deeds, which is always nice. Scars are kind of a story when you think about it.
This is very true. You can see she's kind of like doing that thing where someone's like fussing over someone and it's like they go to touch to help but also are like keeping their hands a respectful distance away and just hovering like here, like they hit you here, are you okay? And you most certainly will have a scar and a rather daring tale to go along with it.
Oh yes, I mean normally I just sort of make up the tales, but this one will be true, which is fun.
She laughs heartily. Absolutely. I imagine stories and songs will be told of probably everything that's happened to you so far from the sounds of it.
Yeah, well, I'll be telling them.
Perfect. First-hand rendition. Much better than some of the nonsense some of those other bards come up with.
Oh, don't get me started.
Chester is a master storyteller.
Yeah, this one time at band camp.
Oh.
What happened at band camp?
You know what? Maybe that's for another time, that one.
All right, later. Also, I want these deans to adopt us, like, as their children. Like, all of us. Specifically, Mura.
They might. You never know.
Mura's up for adoption.
You can see Dean Vex is just kind of standing slightly further back than Dean Star Whisper. And she is just kind of regarding you all a bit more calmly. She is leaning up against one of the bookcases with her arms crossed and a slight smile. And she, I hear someone entered my tower and used one of my teleportation circles.
Oh, Mura points to Linger. Mura
without the
gonna
proper
be like...
prior authority. Whatever shall we do?
You're gonna have to ban her.
Suppose we could just murder the students that would have died, but that seems redundant.
No, of course, I'm being facetious. It was
Oh, sometimes humor, I forget that it's a thing.
Okay,
it is a moment of crisis.
You should invite us to the wedding. Mura says, looking at both of them.
She looks blankly at you. What wedding?
She whispers, are you and Dean Star Whisper, like, together? And if so, are you going to get married?
Yes. No.
Oh, okay, well. Why not? Are you already married?
Yes.
While they're talking, Linger will just like go find a place to sit down and do some notes in her book. She doesn't really care about romance.
Mura's like, congratulations.
Thank you, Mura.
You're welcome. This is so good because I was just like, wow, they're like perfect for each other. I was very excited.
That's what we thought.
Mira doesn't get the joke. She's just like, wow, I'm glad they thought that.
Although Dean Vex is like, although I did have a number of familiars and various animals to fight off before they allowed me even close to Thalia, but it was worth it. And Dean Star Whisper chuckles and says, I'm sorry, it's the magic I do, I can't help it. They flock to me, they love me. They're very protective. There was a bear. Oh god, it was a whole ordeal. He was very protective, but now he loves you, doesn't he? And Dean Vex, well, yes. And Dean Vex kind of leans off the bookcase and takes a few steps forward. I believe you came here for assistance, didn't you?
Yeah.
You mentioned to Dean Kin just now. Is this to do with what we discussed at the spirit tree, the whispering tree? I can't remember what it's called right now. Fuck.
I think it's the
long
whispering
day.
spirit tree.
Yes. It's been a very long day.
You're nuts. I remember there was a tree, says Mira.
There was a tree.
I've seen so many fucking trees.
She, if you would like, I could take you to the Spiritus Tower and we can see what we can do over there.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Very well.
Nervous.
I'd like to come and see the brain magic, if I may.
Of course.
Thank you.
Is anyone else joining Linga? Are you interested? Not Linga.
Um,
Have you revealed your name as Linga yet?
I think we did reveal our names.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I honestly can't remember.
I don't either, so we'll say yeah. I think the whole time Hairlinger was trying desperately for them not to find out who she was, but with this crew, it's just not going to happen. So I'm giving up.
I think being called Linga doesn't necessarily reveal anything.
No.
So
But
you're
yeah,
also aren't you a different color tiefling than you used to be?
yeah,
So, like,
yeah.
It would be very hard to join the dots. There might be some suspicion, but like, because
Also, we're
Like if somebody left a picture of Levity out in the sun and it bleached out the paint, they might be like, "Hold up,
yeah,
this
and,
looks familiar."
Dean Star Whisper did come along to help in the fight, so heard like some of the back and forth between you and the magician, but
Yeah.
like that's just at the back of her mind, like a huh.
So yeah,
We'll look
she'll
into that later.
This is a problem for future Dean.
she'll nod and follow along, but she's gonna trail back because the last thing that she wants to hear about today is romance, given why she was here.
Mhm.
So she's gonna update Syldaris, following along.
Cool.
Just
Writing a
everything
book.
that's happened. Yeah.
Cool. So Warden, are you going with, or are you heading to the Potentia Tower for Dean Hayashi?
I think I'll do Potentia Tower.
Hi, Warden. Nothing bad will happen to me.
I trust
I'm
you guys.
sure.
Have fun.
Warden comes back
We got
missing an arm.
this.
So nothing bad happened to you guys.
Mira comes back missing a brain. So nothing happened to me.
Wow, this was a bad idea, huh, guys?
But yes, so Dean Star Whisper would also be taking her leave, so she will happily and agreeably teleport Warden over to the Potentia Tower before teleporting herself to her tower.
Wait, they're doing what?
And Dean Vex teleports you all to the Spiritus Tower. So you find yourselves back in the Spiritus Tower yet again. Once more in the Spiritus Tower. Let's switch up some music, shall we? Actually, wait, no. Let's not use the ethereal music. Let's use Mura's theme. Because we're doing Mura stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So depressing sounding.
You picked it.
I don't remember. Oh, it's kind of nice.
It's growing on you.
Yeah.
Growing on me. Is this what I picked from campaign 1 and then I just was like, same stuff is fine?
I think you did pick a different one for this campaign.
Oh,
Potentially.
okay.
I don't remember. I could be wrong.
Good
but
job,
I feel like
me.
this is a different one.
That tracks.
Where the fuck? Azith. Here we go. Sleeping Gardens, Floating Citadel. There we go. The Spiritus Tower. That's what I wanted. Christ. Spiritus Tower. So. She is the Tree of Whispers. That's what it's called.
What did we call it? The Tree of Secrets? The Whispering Secrets
Yeah.
Tree?
She is going to take you to the 4th floor, the floor just above the Enchanted Conservatory, where you sat under the Tree of Whispers. It is this circular chamber with this high domed ceiling. It's decorated with constellations and celestial symbols. The air itself, again, similar to the conservatory, is filled with this kind of faint, pleasant hum. And you can see it's always just kind of in the corner of your vision. These ghostly apparitions occasionally flicker into view and vanish. If you ever try and look at them directly, they are just not there. You just only see them in the corner of your vision. And she, welcome to the Hall of Spirits. We reserve it usually for summoning, communing with spirits and ethereal beings, but it is also used for our more advanced enchantment and ethereal studies and experiments. There are a lot of very powerful wards on the Hall of Spirits, which might come in handy. And she waves a hand, and the floor starts to form a chair for Mura to lie down in, basically. One of those doctor's chairs, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And she heads towards an alcove on one side of the room and retrieves a box, heads back over. This is the spectral projector. Usually we use it to summon and display ethereal beings for study and communication. It might be able to show us what's going on, or if nothing else, the protective wards may be useful in removing the block or preventing any danger.
Yeah.
She waves
Yeah.
a hand again. The lighting starts to kind of dim, gets a bit softer, and just creates this very pleasant atmosphere. Meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
in the Potentia Tower, Warden,
Booing? Yes, I'm here.
you are taken to your death.
I knew it didn't like this. Bring it on.
You are taken up to the top floor of the Potentia Tower, the Sky Temple. It is this open-air platform with this visible shimmer of this protective magical barrier that gives this absolutely breathtaking view of the floating citadel and the sky itself. You can see it is adorned with these celestial symbols, and kind of towards the back end of the temple is this large ornate gong.
Mhm.
And Dean Hayashi just kind of, arms behind his back, strides towards the center. Welcome to the Sky Temple, Warden.
Thank you for having me.
Rest assured, it is my pleasure as well. And he turns and flashes you that same grin. He gestures with a flick of his hands, and weapon racks slide up from the ground. I am aware that you have come here with a large number of weapons yourself, but do feel free to select another weapon should it take your fancy. And he kind of holds a hand out, and a glaive flies off one of the weapon racks and slams into his hand.
So this is just like dull sparring with like swords and stuff.
Oh, yes. Glaive flies back, the weapons rack slides down, they slide back up again. Yes, sorry, I got too excited there. It happens sometimes.
I mean, hey, yeah, mistakes happen. How long has he been a professor?
A long time. But he doesn't normally get people like you coming in to be like, I can fight this good. Normally he gets people coming in to study to fight and to do magic, and they're like kind of in between. Here it's him being able to test his fighting skill against another fighter. He started as a fighter and then developed and delved into magic.
Right. Yeah, I think Warden will draw a probably one of the more plain, kind of humble sparring long swords.
Okay.
He just kind of gives it like a he'll pick it up, hold it by the handle, kind of wiggle it a little bit, find the center of balance. You know?
Oh. What a time to tune back in.
But he only shakes it twice because you do more than just playing with it.
Oh my god.
How's the swishability on this bad boy, Mitch?
How's the what?
The swishability, how swishy is it?
Very swishy.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful.
You can see the Dean is swirling this glaive around while you are picking your weapon.
Okay. And I'll just turn to him. Alright, what are rules for engagement?
He pauses, thinks for a moment. Do you have any magical ability?
Besides being arcana mechanical, no.
Very well. The first round. Weapons only. If you prove too much of an issue for me or wish for more of a challenge, the second round, I might involve a bit of magic. How does that sound?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just make a simple gesture of like, he'll point and be like, "You're a move," you know?
First strike, or until we have to stop?
Fortunately, we can't go to first blood because you would be here all day. Let's say first to maybe 3 points. So that would be like, it'd be like first strike with best out of 3.
Okay. He spins the glaive dramatically again. Very well. In that case, prepare yourself. And he grins, and as he kind of squats down into this fighting position, you see the edges of the circle of this tower just
That's
ignite
really
with
close.
fire. And we will jump back to the Spiritist
Ugh.
Tower. As the flames ignite, Warden and the Dean square off against each other.
Chester's just going to, before you
Yep.
proceed. You got this, Mira. I believe in you. You can do anything you put your mind to, and then you can have a bardic inspiration just in case.
Mhm.
Nice.
Don't worry, I have 3 inspirations as well.
Cool. So back in the Spiritist Tower then. The
Linger will just make a vague threat about if something bad happens to Mira, there will be consequences.
I will
Nothing
try my
Just leave it at
absolute
that.
best.
Just leave it
Nothing
at
bad's gonna happen, you guys.
Of course not. So
I don't like the way
She,
Mitch said that.
she steps towards Mura. She places the projector on the ground behind Mura's head. And she... Okay, Mura.
Mhm.
You're going to have to do your best to remain as calm as possible.
I can do that. I'm very calm.
You are safe here with me, and you are safe in the assurance that should I kill you and it look like it is my fault or intention, I imagine they will kill me very quickly.
Yeah.
That was a joke to break the tension.
I do kind of believe that that's true.
Yeah. Linger will offer a hand if you would like to hold it during your ordeal.
Mira will take Linger's
Whose
hand.
hands? Just like one she had lying around.
Yeah.
Yeah. From a pocket, she takes a hand.
From someone
my
that
God,
she's
thank
blown
you.
up earlier
No.
in one of your many fights where people got decimated by her magic.
She will offer her own hand,
Oh,
not even with a
that's very
glove on
nice.
it.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Mira will take the hand.
Enjoy the cold clamminess that is her hand.
It's perfect.
Cool. So, the Dean stands behind you, Mura.
Mhm.
She holds her hands out kind of on either side of your head. And she starts to concentrate. You watch as she closes her eyes, moves one of her hands over to like the center of Mura's head, and she places it on your head and just kind of closes her fingers together like she's grabbing hold of something with her index finger and thumb. And Linger and Chester, you watch as she draws back this like silvery thread from Mura's hair, and it's like it's kind of being woven out from Mura's head, and it trails down and connects into the projector. And she holds both hands out on either side of Mura's head again, and there is a flash from the projector, and you can just see this projection, funnily enough,
Weird.
above Mura. It looks almost like what Mura has described seeing ley lines to you guys as. There are these like ethereal, wispy trails, effectively. You can see that some of them are connected, some of them aren't. And they're all just kind of like moving slowly around and trailing around the air. Notably, and you get the sense this is why she seemed so surprised when she had a little look into Mura when Mura asked originally. You can see there is this writhing purplish, like dark, deep purplish mass towards the center. That almost looks like a ball of tentacles in a way, in the way it's kind of like clumped together and writhing. And she, I believe this to be the source of the block. I don't know, frankly, what, where, when, or why, but there are often things we can do about it, and I will try my best. So she's going to go ahead.
Is there anything that perhaps myself or my companion
Yeah, maybe I should have given
assist
her
with?
the. You know what? I believe in you as well. Dean,
Well,
you got this. There's another part.
You want to do to help?
Well, I mean,
This
Linger
very
is
much
really
like an
good at
open for
magic.
interpretation thing. So
Yeah.
if there's something you can think of that you think might be beneficial or could help, I am open to it.
Maybe some just like raw weave manipulation to help like stabilize whatever magic the other lady or person is doing.
Sure. In that case, Linger, can you give me an Arcana check?
I hopefully can. Dirty 20. And you know what? I'm gonna toss one of those past life things on here.
Cool.
Just to make it a little bit better. Even if it's just one. And it was. So a 21. It's still it's a scooch better. It's
Blackjack.
fine. I mean, she's going to make her first check with advantage. That's a D12 and not a D20.
Let's try that again.
See.
She
Not a
rolls
good
a
start.
12. So the purple die is a 12. What's the green and gold? That's a 3, so we'll go with the 12. What's her bonus? You watch as she kind of furrows her brow and starts muttering in quite clearly Celestial.
I know that one.
Oh, do you?
I forgot why, but yeah.
Linger knows Celestial very well. Good to know. Cool. So in that case, Linger.
Reasons.
It is very clearly a spell that she is doing. But it's almost like it's interwoven with ways that you've seen kind of divination users communing with spirits and ethereal entities. And there's almost like a hint of like divine magic in the sense of like almost prayer-like. It's just kind of like this big combination of all of them. Where's her bonus gone? Here. There we go. You watch as she furrows her brow a bit further, and this mass starts to pulse. There is a glow coming from the inside. Mura.
Hi.
Can you make me a charisma saving throw, please?
Yeah. It's a 24.
24.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm so nervous. I'm like jittery.
It's just your brain. What's the big deal?
Brain.
At first, you feel almost like this tugging sensation. Like kind of what makes Mura is being pulled at.
That's me. That's Stephanie. Stephanie.
For a moment, you all see Mura kind of like flinching, her fists clench. It is painful for a moment, Mura. But you are able to kind of push through it. Some of the pain begins to subside. You can hear kind of through the celestial the Dean kind of almost in your head, Mura. I am terribly sorry about this. Sometimes these things can be painful, but do bear with me.
Feels like arthritis.
Oh, my arthritis.
My arthritis.
So,
I'm gonna cry and nothing has even really happened.
You can feel this kind of pulling on you as the two of you, Chester and Linger, see as this mass starts to pulsate and glow. This much happier and nicer looking light inside the mass. It's that kind of almost similar aura to what Dean Vex as like an Arsema has around her in general.
Mm-hmm.
Mura, as your eyes are closed, you... At the start, it's obviously darkness, but you begin to hear a breeze, rustling trees. You feel like the splash of a nearby stream. You can hear voices around you, but you can't make them out. It's muffled, like they're behind a very thick sheet of glass. Linger, can you give me another Arcana check?
I can. Once I scroll up, I was looking through my spells to see if I had anything helpful, but I know I don't.
That's right.
But
I'm assuming until you say otherwise, you're doing the same.
I'm going to use my inspiration. I don't like that one.
Okay.
I mean, it's an 18, but still. All right, a 22. Yeah,
Cool.
She's just manipulating those leaves. Like one hand is holding Mira's hand and the other one's like, doing magic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's squinting.
Is Chester doing anything?
Well, I do have something that it's not, it's one of those. This is not what it's made for, but maybe it could do something.
Yeah.
It's a word of unmaking. So it doesn't normally work on magic items. And this is probably not like a physical thing, but he's basically just going to swear at this writhing mass of purple tentacles. And hope that
you get your ass out of my friend's head.
Basically,
fuck you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Give me an Arcana check.
Right. Obviously, I'm very good at those.
I believe in you. Or
give me a performance check.
I would. 14.
Cool. Yeah, usually the reason I usually default to Arcana is when someone's using a spell for something it's not technically for, but like could be, not in the shape water way. Arcana checks to me just make sense because it's like manipulating the spell to be slightly different.
Shape Water's the best spell in 5e. What are you talking about?
I know, right?
So she's going to make another check with advantage then because of you guys. You guys?
It's really the only power that Elsa actually had. It's just Shape Water.
Yeah.
Her Arcana is... Excellent. That's another 26 for Dean Vex.
Hell yeah. Get it, Dean Vex.
You guys watch as the mass starts to writhe even more. And some of the spirits that have been flickering at the edge of your vision are now visible kind of in your actual field of view. And you can see they are slowly drifting towards this apparition, almost like arms outstretched, like they're reaching towards this mass trying to help the Dean. Like they're ready to just kind of reach in and start pulling it apart. You can see Chester as you are talking or shouting, your choice, at this mass, parts of it are starting to like crack and break open, like when you have used Word of Unmaking before on locks. Mura,
Yeah.
can you give me another charisma saving throw, please, with advantage?
Yeah.
Because of all the help you're getting, and because Dean Vex's very good roll.
Okay. Oh, that's good that I have advantage. Oh no.
God.
What? That's 2 inspiration points, right? That you can immediately spend.
I mean,
I can only
I'd
have
say
one.
it's probably 1 inspiration point. 'cause
Yeah.
it's the roll.
I only could have
like-
one more, but I was gonna use an inspiration anyway. Like, what the fuck? Okay,
There we
that's a
go.
Soft 20.
Cool.
Okay.
The sounds begin to fade. And they are replaced by a brief vision. You can see you're stood in this room. It's almost like the walls are tree bark. And there is a cage that seems to have almost formed out of the wall. It's entirely too small for whatever creature is inside this cage that, from what you can see, looks to be an old woman. Kind of almost like how Mura might look if she was an old woman. She's got kind of like the similar wet hair, wet look. Not as many clothes.
Unfortunate.
And she appears to be in a lot of duress. And you can hear kind of just off in the background, "They're not coming for you. No one is coming for you. I told you I would find you. I have found you. And I'm going to kill you. I'm going to torture you until you beg for death, and then I will grant it. And then I will hang you from my tree." Back at the Potentia Tower.
What the fuck? Sorry,
What-
did we all hear that, or just Mura heard that?
Just Mura.
Okay.
Oh no.
You are facing off against the Dean. He kind of gets into this low fighting stance before springing forwards towards you. I will say we will just do this as checks, basically, rather than rolling initiative. So, we'll do it as attack rolls, because why not? So, give me an attack roll. You're proficient with longswords. So, you're all good on that front. And I will roll for
Oh, still muted. Okay.
the Dean. Nice.
Everybody walked away. So, should I just use my regular longsword? Or
Yeah.
okay.
I don't believe it's a +1.
It's a 19.
A 19 total. So he will get the first strike in then, because that was an 18 on the die. How does Warden approach kind of this first move as the Dean launches towards you?
He's going from low. Putting this in HEMA terms, sounds like he was kind of going into a low fool's guard. Warden would have met it with a plow, which is basically the hilt and pommels by your side, and the blade's kind of pointing up, kind of like a little bit toward. God damn it!
I have something for this.
Okay,
Ethan's ready. He's got a fucking sword.
there we go.
Cool. Okay. So he kind of lunges towards you almost like anime style.
Right. So Warden's kind of in a low stance. So I feel like he probably just would have extended into a long point.
Cool.
So.
And as Warden kind of goes to do this, the Dean comes in and kind of ducks to the side, extends basically the pole arm he's using out to its full extension, and just is able to sweep that around and knock the sword out the way and strike a hit on you.
Fair enough.
As he kind of steps to the side, spins it round again, and aha! First strike is mine.
Yeah, he'll like tap where he was hit and like raise a hand and pull back. Sportsman like. Okay.
I'm making tally marks now so I can keep track just in case this goes really back and forth. Because I will lose where I'm at. He
Dang. Dang girl, you need some WD-40. Okay.
He draws back a bit and just kind of gestures at you to come at him.
Okay. Yeah. In this case, I guess we'll go into Posta de Falcona, and he'll actually drop it and bring it down into a false edge cut. Because he's tricky like that.
Roll to hit.
So that's a soft 20.
It's a 14 for the Dean, who completely falls for the trick.
Yeah, he feints up and then let it drop down, spin down to a false edge cut, which means with the back of the blade.
You land.
You're all getting a lesson
resounding
today.
And it catches him completely off guard. He staggers to the side. Oh, interesting. Very good. And just spins the glaive and holds it back down by his side again.
They try and show that Warden's not just all like brute muscle, it's also like, you know. Alright.
He runs back towards you again and just starts unleashing this flurry of glaive attacks towards you.
Alright.
Because I also know fighting stuff. Spoilers, I don't. I know names of some stuff.
Oh boy. Well, if he wants to get close, Warden will take the sword into a half sword, and he'll try to lock.
I know that one.
There you go. I mean, everyone knows that, or the Mord house, so you know. but yeah, he'll take it into a half sword and try to almost like maneuvering it like a spear for his own. He'll try to tap in on him.
It's a 17 to hit you.
Oof, that's nat 1 actually.
Have you got any inspiration? Or you can use that one, or you can let it hit.
I'll take it. I'll let it hit. I'll just take it for inspiration.
Cool. He kind of feints with the blade of the glaive, and at the last minute switches up to wrap you on the side of the helmet with the butt. I believe that makes 2 to me. As the flames are roaring around you, you can see students have started to gather and they're all kind of like nudging each other, whispering and watching.
Oh, great. Now there's a crowd. Well, double or nothing.
A lot of them are like, you can see weapons at their sides and they're very clearly his students. Like the future battle mages. And he is going to just jump in towards you and extend the glaive out, just stabbing down. Probably a stupid move, but he's real anime like that.
Okay.
Oof, fuck, that's a 27 to hit.
Oh, for him?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, yeah, that hits. I only got a 23. God damn.
I
He has the same
he's the
bonuses as
teacher.
you, so-
He's got to be a little good at it.
You got 19 plus 8.
Fuck, that'll
So,
do
yeah.
it, yeah.
He just spins in, jumps, and stabs down at you.
Hmm.
And he, that was the last one my master taught me. As he lands and regains his balance. Still not quite perfected. You could see, like, if he hadn't struck you and you'd been able to counter it, he would have been completely off balance and potentially, like, prone on the ground. Still being worked on, but I'm getting there, and it's more than most people know or are aware of, so it works quite well.
Well, every master is still a student in their own way.
Indeed.
We are all students of the art. Yeah,
Precisely, and he bows respectfully at you.
that's back.
Round 2.
Might as well since we have a crowd now.
He laughs and is going to lunge at you again. And we will cut back to the Spiritus Tower. As you guys watch, the mass is starting to writhe almost like it's in pain. You can see Dean Vex is sweating hard. Mura is like vibrating almost in the chair. It is incredibly uncomfortable for you at the moment, Mura. But at the same time, there is this like warming presence inside you that is very clearly the Dean. What are Linger and Chester doing as Dean Vex goes in to take another attack at this mass?
Chester, you go first this time. Let me.
Damn.
Or do you want to like see if there's something we can do together?
Sure.
I'm
You want to
sure.
weave 2 spells together? Let's combine some magic, buddy.
Yeah, I could get some, since he's so deft with mage handy stuff, he could, mage, what are they called? Tweezers. Mage tweezer hands, so deft and delicate.
Okay. Well, I have a few unusual options. I have this cool spell called Chains of Perdition, which normally would like have to do with a physical creature being restrained, but maybe with like, did the music stop or am I crazy?
The music
Shouldn't have.
stopped.
Okay, there it is.
Oh.
I was like, oh God, can they even hear me right now? So maybe we can do some like magic-y combo stuff where we make the chains more psychic and your mage hand can connect them to the righty things to help pull them back.
I like that. The mage hand with the chains, and it's going to sort of use the probably more delicate than normal chains.
Right,
Sort of
well,
tie them
we'll make
around
them-
this thing.
to help pull it like a tow truck and try to pull them off.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I thought Linger was just going to go with Explode Heart and just kill Mura, because that seems like the best option.
I thought she was gonna cast Circle of Death. Right.
Just on the mass,
work.
just
I'm happy for this to be a thing.
or
I'll
I
say-
can use no, I like this. This is good. I like
I'll
working
say
together.
Linger can do an Arcana check, and Chester can give me a sleight of hand check,
Alright.
because you
I'm good
can
at
do
that.
sleight of hand stuff like lockpicking with your mage hand. So checks out.
23.
Excellent. The Dean is going to make her roll again.
So like there's these little ethereal chains as we're changing this spell to work the way we want to. And it's very cool.
It is very cool.
Mm.
Linger and Chester rocking it with the combined magic.
Very needed for that role for Dean Vex, but it has made it a pass and she didn't have to use the Bardic Inspiration. So how's that for helping her out? I'm just gonna check something real quick.
I just want to know afterwards if the Dean is impressed with how we can manipulate magic on the spot, impromptu.
You can already tell, like, you can see in the body language, the first time it happened, like, her eyes are closed, but she seems to be very aware of everything happening. And there is that smile that Linger probably knows, where it's like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool magic. I see what you did there. Like, Linger recognizes that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to find is something very particular. Mura. There it is. Mura, can you make me a Christmas saving throw again, please? With advantage from your friends.
Yeah.
Get by with a little help from your friends.
Oh, come on. Wait, there's a 26. Yeah, that's a little better.
Excellent. Again, you feel this, like, tugging sensation. But then you almost feel like whatever is tugging at you is being tugged back by something else. Chester and Linger, you can see the mass as you're, like, pulling on these chains. It's like it's trying to keep hold of something, and it's almost like you are now pulling it off. Mura.
Yes.
Words start coming to you.
Okay.
Alistair Frost, which you read in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Lillian Frost. The name returns to you. You remember a high lava ray.
Is that in my backstory?
Yes.
Okay. I was just gonna say. I was gonna be like.
I saw the
remember-
panic.
I was like, I haven't looked at that in so long.
You remember an elf. And you remember being very angry with him. But you're not sure why. And then the feeling of anger starts to almost kind of flow away like water. You hear those sounds again. The birds, the trees, the water. And you are sat on a tree stump with a small fairy just kind of floating around in front of you. And he is holding a butterfly in his hand. And you remember him calling it a night butterfly.
You son of a
You
bitch.
remember having that nickname.
Yeah. Oh,
You
wow.
remember this forest. You remember falling through the water, and instead of being in a pool of water, you remember sitting upright in this stream and being found by this person and their friends. And you remember them teaching you something that you were supposed to use in emergencies. And you remember trying it out. And that's when everything went blank. And Linger and Chester, you watch as this mass is ripped out of these swirling streams of this kind of ethereal energy. You see as Dean Vex suddenly staggers back, Mura's eyes shoot open. Dean Vex is like doubled over slightly, breathing heavily. And all she manages to struggle out is, "Someone cursed you." And you can see she's pointing a shaky finger towards the mass. As she does, it starts to shake and writhe on the floor. And we're going to cut back to Warden.
Oh man. I love that all these important, like, Lord drops Mura just being like cut. Like we have to run for time, like it's a TV show. All right.
He comes sprinting in towards you again. This time, it's this more kind of traditional lunge and stab with the glaive that you are probably aware of.
You know, would you say I've spent at least more than 1 minute observing him during between the break or fighting him?
Sure.
In that case, I would like to use my, I don't know how to this for you, but it's called Know Your Enemy. It's a class feature.
If you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat, you can learn certain information. Yeah, so I mean, you've seen him in general for way longer than a minute, so easily you would know some of this. So you get 2 characteristics of your choice.
I wonder what total class level he's at.
Okay. His total class level would be 13.
Okay.
And you get 1 other characteristic.
What's his strength score?
His strength is a 20.
Man, he's stronger than me by 1. Son of a bitch. Okay. But anyway. Yeah. So he's coming at me again.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let me roll. It's an 18.
I will say, if you're planning to re-roll, he did get a nat 20.
Fuck it, inspiration, fine. You got me. Most people give up on using inspiration rolls right before they land an at 20. God damn it, Ward.
Why is your song not playing?
That's a 3 for 12.
Damn.
I don't know why his song isn't playing, but this sure
The whole
isn't.
music app seems to have stopped. Bear with me one moment. I'm just going to reopen it.
Yeah, take that.
Kenku.fm. Excellent name for a D&D music app. I'll do it directly in here, Warden. Let's see if that works. Timecode's going up.
I hear something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There we go. So, he runs in at you again. you can see there's like a moment's hesitation where he is considering, should I use a little bit of magic and be sneaky? But he decides not to. And just kind of steps in and twists round your guard with the glaive. And scores just a perfect hit in the center of your chest. Just literally like the very tip of the glaive just taps you perfectly in the center.
All right. Okay. Yeah, going again this time. Warren will try to take the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
As he moves forward. Come on, Warden. You're embarrassing me in front of the wizard. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to reroll that. We need something here, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I just get that back. There we go, 27.
Hey.
There we go, buddy.
Although I heard
16
Mitch
from
suck
him.
in there.
Oh!
Good. About damn time.
It's about damn time. He goes for that same jumping lunge move that he beat you with the first time. And this time you just perfectly counter it.
Yeah.
So that makes it
Warden.
1-0.
Yeah. As he stabs downward, he lets Warden just shifts his head, lets it go down to the ground. Warden will step on the glaive, and now that he's unguarded, just tap him on the chest. We're backing up.
Amazing. He is completely off balance for that. From that move, so you will have advantage on the next strike.
Okay.
It's basically like a reckless thing for him.
I see.
He gets a bonus, but if he misses, you have a bonus to hit him. Yeah, that should do it. That'll beat him.
26.
As he is completely off balance, you get one strike in, then another.
I get 2 strikes.
Oh, that was
So,
the first one and then this one.
okay.
As you just
Yeah,
completely counter that move. He staggers back. And see, that's why I said it wasn't quite ready.
I understand.
And he kind of turns back, gestures towards the students, and as I have taught you, there is a counter for everything. And just spins back at you, spins the glaive around, and just slashes across you.
Mm.
Boop.
27, there we go.
That's a 21 for me.
Ooh.
So as
Right.
you land the last point, how do you counter this diagonal slash?
I think with this, kind of, I want to go for a dramatic finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
As he brings it down, Warden will kind of half sword and catch it while it's in the air above his head. Then, as he slides down, he gets caught between the blade and his crossguard. As Warden steps in, kind of like he puts his pommel of his sword between like where he's holding it in his hands, and he'll rip out, making the glaive go fly off.
Whoa.
That's pretty
Amazing.
fucking cool.
There is
I believe
a
that.
Oh.
I believe that is 3.
there is a collective simultaneous gasp from all the students. As he's just like arms out from having the glaive ripped away and just... Very well. It appears I have to visit the Silent Isles and do some training. What's your brother's name?
Damn, I'm a bad brother. I didn't write it down.
Ilya! It's Ilya.
Ilias.
Ilias.
There is an S
whatever.
in Ilias, but there is no S in the Silent Isle.
Mhm, damn right.
He nods and I will send your regards, and perhaps the three of us can train together at some point.
I believe you have much to teach us as well. And he'll, using the tip of the sword, he'll like get under the staff on the ground and like kind of like fling it back up towards him.
Nice.
Well,
He
pour one out for
grins
kickflip.
and catches it,
Pour
and
one
the
out for
second
kickflip.
it connects with his hand, you watch as his brow kind of furrows and I've just received word from Dean Vex. And you see he starts like striding towards you. I think we need to hurry. And he just steps in, slams a hand on your chest.
Oh, we're doing teleportation
and
again.
he's going to teleport you to the Spiritus Tower, where
I feel
You
like that
guys-
doesn't bode well for us and a tentacle
Yeah.
monster.
Why do
you
I?
guys watch as this mass hits the ground. Mura, you sit up, your eyes are now open. Dean Vex is like leaning against the chair and breathing heavily. The Chains of Perdition, is that a concentration spell?
Let me check. Oh,
Sounds
no.
like it should.
Hang on. Let me get to the right. Chains of Perdition is a concentration spell. Yep.
Cool. So the chains remain. But you guys watch as this mass starts writhing, and starts taking shape. And it looks a lot like Mura if she was made out of this massive writhing purplish tentacles. It's almost like featureless, but you can see like the antlers and a shape of a face, but it's like constantly moving.
Nice.
And it just raises a tentacly hand, struggling towards Mura, chains wrapped around it. And we are going to end our session there.
All right.
Oh.
Orange spears again. Hey, what's that?
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I hope you guys enjoyed the session.
Yeah. Cliffhanger. I feel it. Oh man. I was gonna say, I feel like it's been a while since we had a cliffhanger, but that's definitely not true. I
Nope.
feel like Mitch's speciality is cliffhangers.
Hope you're
I
happy
do
now,
like them.
Mura.
It is fun.
Damn.
Yeah, I completely forgot that you might want to get your brain looked at, so I had nothing prepared for this. That was a lot of panic.
It was
during the
amazing.
break. A lot of
We're
panic
having
during the
nothing
break.
planned.
I love it.
Wow, aren't you glad that I called break so early before we went to
Yes.
go get my break?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I have the Spiritus Tower page open, and Dean Vex's stats, and Dean Hayashi's stats, and that's it.
And my backstory, because I see you in there.
Yeah.
No!
What? No, he just remembers. He just
I
remembers.
know things. I'm a DM. I'm good at these things.
His backstory is almost 4 pages long, and it is not double spaced.
It does also need some
Editing.
erasing.
Yeah.
Let's remove that one guy from there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's fine.
I'll fix this.
Mm. But yeah,
I also spelled Mura wrong somewhere.
yes.
Damn it.
Also a completely different name for Mura. Because I know you put this one in and then you changed it to something else and you were like, this is Mura's name. And I think in half of it she's referred to as one thing and in half of it she's referred to...
Yeah, it's the
There's
same
like 2
name,
or
but
3
one.
different names.
One is like the French version of it.
I see.
Oh, I just deleted it all. No.
I just saw it all vanish. I thought it was me.
No.
I thought
That
I'd
was-
done something and was like, what
That
just
was
happened? And just heard Steph go,
terrifying.
oh, fuck!
Whoops,
I gotta
And on
fix
easy.
that note, imagine if that's how Dean Vex had handled Mura's brain. Yeah, sure, I'm going to do it. Oh, fuck, I deleted it all.
I mean everything. God damn.
Cool. Well, we'll pick that up next time. Dean Hayashi didn't come with you. He just teleported Warden. But you do have Dean Vex, who is also pretty powerful. She's good fun. She can do stuff, like legendary action, cast spell. I love cast spell. But also legendary actions are supposed to be for if you're fighting her, which you wouldn't. But like, who knows? We'll see how the fight goes. She might need to use some legendary actions. But on that cliffhanger, yet again, yeah, there was a cliffhanger the time before, because cliffhanger the time before was a dragon appeared. Oh no, we didn't end on the dragon appearing.
No, we ended on Chester getting his shit kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Saving the folks was the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Saving folks. Also, let me just say I've already ordered a new webcam, so
Cool.
I'll have that next time.
Yeah, you might not have
Yay.
realized because you would have been seeing something on stream this entire time, but that isn't actually Maywood. That's the imagination room. It's a holodeck. It's not actually him. You're seeing what you wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fix so much of this backstory.
We will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Anyway,
Goodbye.
Also, next time is not the 31st, which I believe is what it's supposed to be because
Right.
DragonCon, I think it is.
Yes.
I'm a good
So-
bot, by the way, Max. I swear to God.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Beep,
so
beep,
next
boop,
time will not
boop.
be the 31st. Next time will be the 7th, I believe.
No, the 13th we said because we were going back to the original schedule.
Please. Thank
Yeah.
I
you.
have 7th in my head for something, and I
Please,
think it's because there was something else happening on the 7th, but that makes sense. Yes. It'll be the 13th. So, we'll
God
see you
damn.
next time. God damn and goodbye.
Okay.